Hello, all you film freaks and movie maniacs out there. My name is Nolan Carr, and I'd like to welcome you to the go-to podcast for all things cinema. But before you can ask any questions, just sit back, relax, as I present to you a Strawlane Studio Productions Critiquing with Carr. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another great edition, a memorable Movie Monday edition of Critiquing with Carr. As always, if you've enjoyed these episodes so far, all I believe 37 of them, counting this one, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following on the audio platforms, clicking that thumbs up or like button so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning post notifications on all of those similar platforms so you can stay up to date when new episodes release, as well as clicking that share arrow so you can continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways to stay up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. Now, for those who haven't seen an episode in a while, or for those who are completely new to the podcast, this is how it normally works. First, we talk about who's behind and in front of the camera to make it possible. It's box office total, how it did in terms of awards, its competition that year, then my likes and dislikes, and ranking out 10 Diamond Days before it becomes your choice on whether or not to see this film. I say all of that because on this week's great edition of the podcast, on Memorable Movie Monday, we're talking about the classic animated film, The Lion King. And with that being said, let's begin. This movie was directed by Roger Ehlers and Rob Minkoff. The screenwriters for this movie were Irene Michi, Jonathan Roberts, and Linda Wolverton. The story was by Barry Johnson, Andy Gaskell, Kevin Harkey, Tom Sido, Rick Makey, Bernie Mattinson, Lorna Cook, Gary Trousdale, Jorgen Klubian, Larry Lecker, Ed Gomberg, Mark Kausler, Tom Enriquez, Jim Capobianco, Chris Sanders, Joe Ranft, and Francis Glebus. The movie was produced by Don Hahn. The cast for The Lion King is as follows: Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Matthew Broderick, James Earl Jones, Jeremy Irons, Maura Kelly, Ernie Sabella, Nathan Lane, Robert Guillaume, Rowan Atkinson, Whoopi Goldberg, Cheech Marin, Jim Cummings, and Madge Sinclair. The movie was edited by Ivan Balancio. The musical score was done by Hans Zimmer. The production companies for this film were Walt Disney Pictures and Walt Disney Feature Animation. The movie was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures. The movie was released on June 15th of 1994 in the United States. The runtime was 88 minutes. The budget was $45 million. And the total box office gross was $968.4 million US dollars. In terms of the accolades for The Lion King, they are as follows. At the Academy Awards, Hans Zimmer won for Best Score, as well as Elton John and Tim Rice won for Best Song, which was Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Elton John and Tim Rice were also nominated for Best Song with Circle of Life and Hakuna Matata. At the Golden Globe Awards, the movie won for Best Comedy or Musical Picture. Hans Zimmer won for Best Original Score, and Elton John and Tim Rice won for Best Original Song for Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Elton John and Tim Rice were also nominated for Best Original Song for The Circle of Life. At the BAFTA Awards, Hans Zimmer was nominated for Best Music Score. Terry Porter, Mel Metcalf, David Hewson, and Dot Kane were nominated for Best Sound. At the Producers Guild of America Awards, it was nominated for Best Film for Outstanding Production. At the Los Angeles Film Critics Awards, it won for Best Animated Film. At the Chicago Film Critics Awards, Hans Zimmer won for Best Score. And finally, at the Annie Awards, the movie won for Best Animated Feature, and Jeremy Irons won for Best Voice Acting in a Feature Production. And now it's come time in the episode for one of my two favorite parts, which was an eye list off the top 10 highest grossing films for that year's release, being The Lion King. Coming in at number 10 was Clear and Present Danger. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $215.9 million. And it stars Harrison Ford, Willem Dafoe, and Annie Archer. Coming number 9 was Interview with the Vampire. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Its worldwide gross was $223.7 million. And it stars Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and Stephen Ray. Coming in at number 8 was Four Weddings and a Funeral. It was distributed by Rank Film Distributors. Its worldwide gross was $245.7 million. And it stars Hugh Grant, Andy McDowell, and Kristen Scott Thomas. Coming number 7 was Dumb and Dumber. It was distributed by New Line Cinema. Its worldwide gross was $247.3 million, and it stars Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels, and Lauren Holly. Coming number 6 was The Flintstones. It was distributed by Universal Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $341.6 million, and it stars John Goodman, Rick Moranis, and Elizabeth Perkins. Coming number 5 was Speed. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Its worldwide gross was $350.4 million, and it stars Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, and Sandra Bullock. Coming in at number 4 was The Mask. It was distributed by New Line Cinema. Its worldwide gross was $351.6 million. And it stars Jim Carrey, Peter Riegert, and Peter Green. Coming in at number 3 was True Lies. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox and Universal Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $378.9 million. And it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Tom Arnold. Coming in at number 2 was Forrest Gump. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $678.2 million, and it stars Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, and Gary Sinise. And finally, coming in at number one as the highest grossing film for 1994 was The Lion King. It was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $968.4 million. It stars Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Matthew Broderick, and James Earl Jones. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, my review of 1994's The Lion King. Disney's The Lion King reigns supreme as a timeless classic that continues to captivate audiences with its majestic storytelling, stunning animation, and unforgettable characters. From its iconic opening sequence to its triumphant finale, the film immerses viewers in a vibrant world filled with heart, humor, and unforgettable melodies. At the heart of The Lion King is the epic tale of Simba, a young lion prince destined to rule the Pride Lands. Voiced with youthful exuberance by Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Matthew Broderick, Simba embarks on a journey of self-discovery and redemption that is as poignant as it is exhilarating. His transformation from a carefree cub to a noble king is a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of embracing one's destiny. Central to Simba's journey is the towering figure of Mufasa, voiced with regal authority by the legendary James Earl Jones. Mufasa's wisdom, strength, and unwavering love for his son serve as a guiding light throughout the film, instilling in Simba the values of courage, compassion, and responsibility. Jones's commanding voice brings gravitas to the character, making Mufasa a truly unforgettable presence on screen. Opposing Simba is the treacherous Scar, brought to life with sinister charm by the incomparable Jeremy Irons. Scar's Machiavellian machinations and thirst for power make him one of Disney's most memorable villains, a conniving antagonist whose malevolent schemes drive much of the film's conflict. Irons' performance is pitch perfect, infusing Scar with a mix of cunning intellect and submersing menace that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Supporting characters such as the wise and witty Zazu, voiced by the talented Rowan Atkinson, and the lovable duo of Timon and Pumbaa, voiced by Nathan Lane and Ernie Sabella, respectively, add depth and humor to the narrative. Zazu's dry wit and Timon and Pumbaa's comedic antics provide moments of levity amidst the film's more dramatic moments, ensuring that audiences of all ages are thoroughly entertained from start to finish. Visually, The Lion King is a feast for the eyes, with breathtaking animation that brings the African savanna to life in stunning detail. Of course, no discussion of The Lion King would be complete without mention of its unforgettable musical score, composed by the legendary Hans Zimmer, featuring songs by Elton John and Tim Rice. From the stirring anthem Circle of Life to the soulful ballad Can You Feel the Love Tonight, the soundtrack is a symphony of emotion that elevates the film to cinematic greatness. In conclusion, The Lion King stands as a crowning achievement in the realm of animated cinema, a timeless classic that continues to enchant and inspire audiences of all ages. With its unforgettable characters, sweeping landscapes, and unforgettable musical score, it's a film that truly deserves its place among Disney's greatest masterpieces. Whether experiencing it for the first time or revisiting it for the 100th, The Lion King remains a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the magic of animation. As we wrap up yet another thrilling edition of Critiquing with Carr, it is my immense privilege and honor to give this movie, The Lion King, a score of 9 out of 10 on the Diamond Dave scale. With that being said, as we wrap up today's great edition of the show, we have a few more things to discuss. As always, if you've enjoyed this edition of Critiquing with Carr, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following on the audio platforms, clicking that thumbs up or like button so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications on those platforms so you can stay up to date when new episodes release, as well as clicking that share arrow so you can help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways of staying up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. And with that being said, my film freaks and cinephiles, happy viewing.